and welcome back to Choice Bits of Bliss. This is Cilla, and right now I am needing to take a break and just play because I have been cleaning, purging, reorganizing, finding homes for the things that I want to keep, walking to the other side of the attic to place in my purge pile. I've made so many trips, so I'm tired. I'm just tired. My body aches. I've been doing this for 3 days now. So what we're going to do in the Crafty Low and No Spend group, I had shared a video showing different variations on the serendipity squares or the serendipity patterns. It's basically putting down scraps in whatever form that makes you happy, and then cutting those scraps into blocks or cutting them out with die cuts, punches, whatever floats your boat. And I thought I would play along. I just kind of play with it today. These are, they're all from Simple Stories. This is from Bunnies and Blooms, I believe. These are from Hello Today collection. And I am going to just start layering and playing. This is what's left over from a class kit that I had, a class I had taken. So let's get rid of that. I'm going to pick out scraps and just start layering. I don't want for my base, I don't want a thick piece of paper. The reason I don't want a thick piece of paper is because I'm layering. This type of paper, Simple Stories, is about 65 pounds, I believe. I'm layering this on top of whatever my scrap is that I'm going to layer on top of. That's going to make a pretty thick surface to punch through or to die cut through. So I just want to be cognizant of that and not overdo it. I don't know why. I'm tired and I'm getting fixated with things that I don't need to get fixated with. Okay, I need to stop doing that. This is my bag of scraps. Now, I generally go through my scraps regularly and get rid of I get rid of anything that I don't think I'll use any more of it. This is thin. So this is going to be our base. I don't know what size it is. It doesn't matter what size it is. But this is going to be our base. We're just going to start layering. And we'll chat while we do that. One of the things that I have been working on is my 30 Days of Sketches basket. So what I do, this in June will be my 3rd time participating in the 30 Days of Sketches. What I've been doing is putting page kits. The first time around I used my Flavors of the Month kits that I had left over from the Scrap Room subscription. I put those in a basket and also made page kits from my supplies. And I've added to it, I've taken away from it, and I counted today, I currently have 61 page kits. One of the things that I'm going to be doing in the next couple of months is going through those page kits and determining if I'm going to actually use the product that's in there. Because, like I said, this is my 3rd time around going through with those page kits, and I'm getting a little tired of looking at them. I'm ready for some new product to go in it. I am using my 1/4 inch ATG to glue these down. There we go. I have a hard time talking and working at the same time, so there's that struggle. Because nothing in my life is perfect. Nothing. And the fun thing about this, it doesn't have to be perfect. But anyway, back to what we were talking about. I'm going to go through those kits. Now, because a lot of them are from the scrap room, there's embellishments in them. There's stickers. There's enamel dots. There's washi tape. There's all kinds of things. So I'm just going to go through it and figure out what appears to be usable to me, what catches my interest. I may do a rework of the products so that the kits look different. I'm just needing to see variation. I don't want to get bored with what I'm working with. Now I'm using strips. You can use anything that you want to use. Whatever makes you happy, whatever you want to play with, it does not matter. I'm going to cut this down. One of the fun things about playing with scraps is that it's not intimidating, because it's already a scrap. You've already played with it and used it. You don't have to be fearful of making that first cut. And that, for a long time, that's something that I really got bogged down with. I felt like I couldn't, because especially if it was pretty, I didn't want to make that first cut. So I'm cutting these into 1/2 inch strips to continue layering. Am I going for a certain look? No. I just don't want the next pattern to be exactly like the last pattern. So I'm trying to make a little bit of, I'm being, you know, I'm aware of that I need to keep things different. Does that make sense? We're going to patch that one in. Now these 1/2 inch strips, I love using my 1/4 inch ATG on them. I just do. It makes me so happy. I don't like to have overlap in my adhesive. That drives me crazy. I guess you are probably catching on that I'm quirky and there's a lot of things that drive me nuts. But it is what it is. This is going, to me, this is fun. This is just a fun look. One of the things that I eventually want to do is to break out a lot of my vintage type papers and do the same process. If you ever watched Shabby Dabby Doodah, she is a person that I like to watch when I'm just needing to kind of check out and not really pay attention to what's going on, and just listen to her. But I really like her process of making what she calls a masterboard. Excuse me. And she does collage masterboards. It is what I'm doing right now. This process is exactly what she does. She glues down a variety of papers and ephemera, whatever. She just glues it down, and then she cuts it up into tags or to whatever, you know, that she's wanting to make for. She does junk journals. So whatever it is that she's trying, you know, wanting to create, she just puts it down for that. I'm just digging through here to look for different styles, different patterns. I love watching her do those master boards. And if I'm not mistaken, it was one of her videos that I linked in the Crafty Low or No Spend. The purpose of this is to just get, if you're on a budget and you're trying to make the most of your supplies, I want to provide content that supports that endeavor, because we are all at different stages. I have lived most of my life in the stage of having to conserve, so I know how that feels. And it doesn't have to be this gloom and doom feeling to simply because you're in a place that you need to conserve, either by choice or by necessity. It doesn't have to be a limiter to your creativity. A lot of times, having less makes us more inventive. It makes us look at all the possibilities of use. And that is something that I struggled with when I started having more, because I really didn't know what to do with it. I didn't know how to house it. I didn't know how to process it emotionally and mentally. It took me a little while, and that's why on my side, as I've had the ability to get more, I struggled. I struggled with going overboard because I didn't have the group that we have now and the support that we have now to make sense of what I was going through. And I'm so appreciative of the members of our group, their openness and their willingness to share in their stories, their processes, to make everyone feel welcome and supported. It certainly has helped me, because to work through coming into a new space and cutting back on purchasing, cutting back on the ability to store. I mean, I don't have the ability to just put all kinds of things in this room. And I don't have to feel bad about it. I don't have to feel like this room's not enough for me. I don't feel like this room is not enough for me. It's a cute little room and I like it. I feel very blessed, actually. I just realized that I was supposed to go from this side, but we're not going to, because that's tearing. So we're just going to leave that there. What's that saying? Necessity is the mother of invention. That's true. And I think I'll come back in these larger places and patch into those different. Let's get back in my little bag here. I think I want to use this pattern. I don't think I've ever worked and talked at the same time, because I feel very I feel intimidated by that. I feel like I'm going to say crazy stuff because I need my brain to think about what my hands are doing. So I can't say you've ever seen me use my trimmer, but I put a new blade and I put a new mat in my trimmer, and let me tell you, it just makes such a big difference when it's cutting well. I don't think I'll ever use those. I'm just going to go ahead and cut. And that's going to overlap. I'm just going to tear it off. It does not matter. And let's see, where can I put it? I can put some right here. Now, I'm already I just think this is cute. I don't know why. I just do. I like it. Let me think. What pattern do I want next? Should we do this? Oh, that's pretty. Do we have this on here already? I don't think we do. That's pretty. I love that flower. Obviously, some of these sheets were, and I'm sorry if I'm slamming that too loud. Obviously, they're from a 6x8 pad, because that's what we were using in the class that I had taken. And let me see. I think I want to use the black and white again. More than likely, you're not going to truly be, yeah, you can kind of tell. You can tell these are animals. It's okay. I was going to say, I didn't think you could tell, but you can tell. So here's a question. Do you watch other genres of videos? If you're a scrapbooker, do you watch other genres of videos? Just for the heck of it. I do. I love paper crafting in all its forms. I love art journaling. I love glue books and junk journals. I just love paper crafting. I even watch card making videos. I think that techniques that you see that are used in other genres can help us in our hobby. So I'm good with it. Let me see. I think we need more yellow. I like it. I do, I play with tins sometimes, traveler's notebooks. And I like those because I don't feel inhibited at all. I feel like I can do whatever I want to do. And, you know, I can do that in scrapbooking too. But for some reason, I just get bogged down in scrapbooking with I shoulds. I should do this. I should do that. And trying, you know, when you're following a sketch, I try to follow it as close as I can. Let's see. And where else can I put some yellow? Put some here. And there is, let me think. There's a lady from Alabama. Her name is, or her channel is Scrapbooking with Me Crafts. And she does journals type crafting as well. And she had done something similar to this. Just laying down strips, a video I saw of hers. But she went back with ephemera and placed it in different spots. I thought that was so cute. People are so creative, and I love getting ideas and seeing what they come up with. I think pretty much, if it's paper, it can pretty much be translated into scrapbooking. That's how I feel. You can tell me how you feel. I always get quiet when I'm trying to think. One of the things I think is funny is because I said that I was cutting these at a 1/2 inch, and I've cut at a 1/2 inch, but they're not all exactly a 1/2 inch, and you can tell. That's funny to me. Maybe not ha-ha funny, but it's kind of funny to me. Let's see. I think this is, what do you think about that? What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? Tell me, tell me. I'm going to stop there, and we're going to do some punching. So let's get out, this will be quirky. Let's get out a cloud, and let's see what a cloud would look like in this. Now, isn't that cute? Oh, that's cute. That is just cute. Let's see. Let's get another pattern in here. How fun. That is fun. All right, let's try a different shape. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Now, this is a label. It's a label punch from Fiskars. That is cute. I like it. I like it. Let's see. Let's go down here. Let's see. I've got a label. What about a scalloped circle? Oh, and I have an octagon. Nope, 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 nope. Hexagon. Here's a scallop circle. Let's see, let's go this way. Can you see what it's going to look like? This is an argument for gluing end to end, edge to edge, because part of my paper is coming off, and that is, I'm okay with it. It would probably drive some people crazy. I'm okay with it, because that part will be probably tucked anyway. I'm not going to get bent out of shape about it. Another thing that you could use to make these is washi. Just doing strips of washi and then punching. Isn't this fun? Are we having fun yet? This is my large hexagon punch. And that one was a little bit of a challenge to punch, which reaffirms that you don't need to go for super thick paper doing this. Okay, I'm getting to the point where I need to trim so that I can make more punches. And this is all scraps. It doesn't matter anyway. Throw it in the trash. Let's not get bogged down on saving, saving, saving. We're using scraps. I think these are so stinking cute. I'm having to use my muscles on these. Let's see. I'm going to do a half a hexie on this one because it can be tucked. It can be tucked. And it's time to trim again. See this? Look at all those. We're getting down to the nitty gritty. Thicker. All right, what's another shape we can do? We've got scallop circles and clouds. This is like a stamp. Let's see what we can do with that. Well, isn't that cute? Let's see. I think I need it to have more coverage. I'll do about a half of one there. Let's do a full sized on this one. That's all right. I have a tag punch. Let's do a tag. So there's a tag. And let's do the tag going this way. And let's do a tag going this way. This is fun to me. Just getting to play with paper. It makes me happy. What else can we do? What else can we do? Go down to the next drawer and see what we have. Let's see what a star looks like. Yeah, I'm really having to use my muscles on these. Let me see. There. It's going to be wonky, and that'll drive me. But I won't like that. Okay, let's go right there. Keep everything straight across. That's good. Okay. Let's see what else we have. Got a butterfly. We're gonna have to trim again. Let's see what a butterfly looks like. Oh, that's sweet. Look at it. That's cute. Breaking my hand, but it's cute. Let's try that again. Okay, that is all of that sheet. I would love to see what you come up with and what you do. If you want to share it with me, join us in the Low and Crafty Knowing. Good gosh. I'm telling y'all, I named this group and I cannot for the life of me say it sometimes. Join us in the Crafty Low or No Spend group as we continue to work toward our goals of either not spending or doing low spending. Come back and we will play with something else. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.